Hello everybody, welcome back to that brand new video, and today we are back on another episode of Minecraft, and it's been a long time since the last time video. The last time I've recorded was about 2 weeks ago, I want to say, and that's when when the update just came out, and done the trial chamber, and I sort of split that episode into two, between 2 different weeks, like last week and the week before, because it was so long. It was like 45-50 minutes before I decided to split it like 2 ways. So yeah, that was a while. Today it is very warm. It's like high 20 degrees in the UK. I'm not gonna get opinionated on weather because I've never experienced the weather elsewhere in the world, so I'm not one, but it is humid, sticky, warm air. It's not nice. That's all I'll say. So I am dying in a small single bedroom with a PC and a PlayStation 5 right next to me, generating a bunch of heat, with the sun blaring through the window as well. It is warm, and opening the window does not help. And I don't have curtains or blinds to cover the sun, so I am getting beaten. So anyways, this episode we're building the Bartering Farm. So it's not too crazy, like nothing mental. Like, I've done a little bit of work over there, but I need to finish it off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over there, just quickly finish off some bits and get that all sorted, and I'll go back to you once I've done that. So as you can see, the portal is looking very different right now, and it's not looking as open as it used to. Obviously, I've raised it, so that was the old path down there. I've sort of raised it by a couple blocks just to make it a little bit easier. I don't come across as much land. I don't have to dig through all that. It's mainly air I'm digging through, so it makes it a bit easier to do nether tunnels on this level. So I'm not digging, it's just placing blocks really, so it makes it easier. I've also started a new design for the portal, like the pathways, like the nether highway. So I've got crimson planks on the floor, which I like these in the nether, especially with the polished basalt on the side. Nether brick on the walls, some stairs to make it a bit of an arched effect, and smooth quartz slabs on the ceiling. I use slabs for the sole reason of it's half the amount. Same for the planks down here, it's just half the amount. And then I've also done the same in here for the Bartering Farm itself. So the plan is going to be, I'm going to have the piglins sort of in this area over here. So if you watched my old survival series, you know that I had a Bartering Farm. I had a dispenser just here with some piglins in I had a single piglin in each one, which I eventually upped to a few, if I remember correctly. It's been ages since I've been on that world. And I basically had like hoppers going underneath, and it went into a chest system, and it went all underneath, and it was messy. But this time I've basically decided, well, I'm doing the same thing, but I'm going to have a selection of piglins per farm, and I'm going to have the gold block from in here so they can see it, because I think the issue last time was they couldn't quite see the gold block, so they weren't getting aggroed, which means they're trading every 10 seconds as opposed to instantly, because I'm taking advantage of the mechanic where if they get aggroed and you give them gold, they spit it out straight away. So it makes your farm a bit more efficient, a lot more efficient. So in 10 seconds I can go through, I can get a lot more gold. Based on my gold output will be, obviously I use more gold, but I get more items out of it. So the farm runs a lot quicker, thus getting more items. They're going to sort of have like a lever over here to to all that. Gonna have a lever over here to power dispensers, and then gonna have a chest here to feed gold into the dispensers. I'm gonna save doing it myself. I'm gonna just flick a lever, and all 4 get fed at once. Then obviously I'll have chests all across here for item sorters, and I'll have just up there a item dispenser. So I'll get rid of all the items. And the reason why I know the layout of everything is because I've already built it, as in I've built it on the creative version of this world, planning it, so I know roughly where everything goes. Like, hence this room. I built this room from the back because also I had the basalt just over there, so I just extended that out, built it across, built some walls up. Just to stop gas shooting me, really. So, otherwise I'm going to crack on. I'm going to make a start. I'm probably going to make a start by adding in the droppers just over there, and maybe adding in like the hopper line, and also getting rid of these magma cubes because they're going to be frustrating. Okay, so I've made a start on the farm. I fell down, so I thought I might as well make it. Start from here. I've gotten the I've got the droppers in. I'll sort of shoot out the gold. I put a hopper on top of each one. I've sort of got the item. Well, this is sort of the same system you would use on like an auto smelter, where when an item hits the last hopper, a comparator will then power it, turning off a redstone torch, which turns off a repeater, which then turns off all the 4 redstone placed on them, blocks sticking out there, and then the items will travel down into the respective droppers. It will just be a mess of a hopper line to get that one to there and so on. Yeah, so the next thing I need to do is I need to actually put some redstone to this system. I need to actually take out this one because that one shouldn't be there. So I'll get rid of that because I've done it so that I can place it straight on here without digging into the floor to make it a little bit easier. But yeah, so next thing I need to do, I need to add redstone here. I need to add in the hopper line. And yeah, I'll get back to you once I've done that. Alrighty, so I've moved on to the next stage and I have done all the redstone, and I've also added in all the hoppers down here. So it sort of goes, where the chest is going to be. It goes all down here, across the side here, into this dropper. And this redstone works, so I've got the comparator pointing out of this, so when it detects an item, it powers this repeater, which then obviously powers all this. Obviously observers facing into the redstone so that it detects that, which then updates all these which are pointing into each other. And then when these ones update, it updates these ones which are pointing that way, so I'd have to place them that way, so then the face is pointing into this one here, and so the output is going into this dropper, which then powering all of these as the items go through them. Eventually leading to the hopper, goes all the way up to how I explained the last one with the stuff up there. If that makes sense. I'm hot and tired. I can't explain things well. Anyways, when I'm hot and tired, it's even worse. So, as you can see by the mess of redstone just here, well, hopper lines just here, it's shambles. Absolute shambles. However, that's all fine and good because I've also dug out a little bit of an area just here where I will be placing in the redstone line for both these levers. This one's going to be the dropper, like the dispensers, well, droppers there. This one's going to be good in this area. It'll be about here-ish. So, yeah. I'm going to quickly smash out that and I'll let you know when I've done. Righty, so I've now moved on. Well, I've now done all of the next bit. So as you can see, I turned that on and all of these are now working. I turned this one on and it's working. That one's just a little bit loud. And I've also finally added in the chest, filled in sort of the bits here to make it a bit easier. And here's the redstone for everything else. Pretty easy to go from the top, but that's all good. This one's literally a line going into there, into a comparator clock, with it pointing in there. And up here is pretty much the same, just a redstone line. And right over there's a comparator clock to then power it on like a cycle. It's fairly easy redstone. Like, it's quite simple, straightforward. That's why I like this design, because it is easy. And I actually only watched a couple videos sort of get inspiration, and the actual farm I designed myself. So it's quite nice actually have a farm that's original to me, because usually I just watch tutorials because farms can be quite difficult. But this one is quite straightforward. Kelp, I know how to build it. It's just they're easy. Build on top of each other. Can't really go wrong. Just a collection I tend to watch videos for to give me inspiration for that. But yeah, I'm going to smash out the next bit, which is probably going to be the chests, and I'll get back to you once that's sorted. Alrighty, so I've done a little bit of work. Chests are now in. I've got a bunch of hoppers all standing there. It's very warm today. I am struggling, to be honest. So I've got all of the chests in, sort of how I did at the raid farm. Just sort of help me out with disposing of items. I don't have to move stuff from that chest to that chest, or throw stuff away manually, and just makes my life a little bit easier. I've got the item frames in. I've only got the item disposal on these three, because this is the miscellaneous items area, which is going to get very full very fast. That's going to be like gravel, blackstone, soul sand, obsidian, chrome obsidian, quartz, nether brick. And then obviously that'll be all that. I'll decorate it in a little while and make it a bit fancier. I've got my redstone dispenser. I'm going to have a bucket of lava there to make it like an item disposal. You can see how that's built quite easy. I've got a drop elevator here, which is then going to power, which then goes into that area. And I've got some item sorters looking all good up there. They're going to sort out all the items, and I hopefully don't discard too many away. So the next thing I need to do is I need to actually power this, give that some redstone, and bring that hopper line all the way across here to this over here. And I need to actually raise that hopper line up by one, because I've noticed that the dropper isn't quite on it. Also, I need to raise it up by one to then match, which if I just literally get rid of this bottom line, get rid of that one, straight line from there to there, that'll fix it. So I will fix that to get everything else sorted and get back to you once all that's done. So as you can see, I've done a little bit of work. I've now got all the items sorted out. I have sorted out the item sorters, but obviously from here I can't quite reach it. But I'm not going to tower up all the way up there. Just to show it off, it's just a comparator, 3 blocks of redstone, repeater, redstone torch. Most basic storage system you can get. Automatic sorting system you can get. Yeah. So that's my glasses on my headset. They don't really work well together. It's either bad ears or bad eyes or bad nose. I've just taken them off now. So I've got the hopper line all in. So that's all working fine. I've been testing this as I go along as well, as I've been building stuff, and it all works beautifully. So I've still not added in the lava. That's like a final detail thing I can do. Same for up there. I don't think have I added it up there? I don't actually know. I haven't, no. It's still not up there. But yeah, that one's all sorted. I don't think I showed that one off last time, or even if I had it built. But that's another item dispenser. So if the system fills up, like if this say all 9 of these double chests fill up, or I use all the gravel, and all the gravel will then eventually go to here. But if these 9 chests are all filled up, all the hoppers going up there are filled up, then it will push it down to here and just get rid of the items. Because otherwise it will then back up and break the whole thing, and I don't want that. So it's sort of like a little bit of a fail-safe, so it might back up a little bit while it's getting rid of items, but it'll be filtering out items as it goes. So we'll hopefully sort that out and we'll fix that. Yes. So I think then the last thing I need to do now, to be honest, is final details and getting the piglins in. So I'm going to work on the more minute details first, which is going to be going back to my base, getting lava in both of them because I forgot my buckets. I need to box all this in with nether brick. Or I need to also add a redstone line that goes across here. So I'm basically going to have, because I haven't actually got anything to power this, because I've got the repeaters there, but I've not actually built anything. So that line there is going to be going to a lever just here. And that is going to power these 3 hoppers to allow me to open and close, lock and unlock the hoppers to allow items into the disposal. So then it will just discard the items. So I can then choose when I get rid of the items, so it's not constant. So if I'm AFKing or something, which I won't be AFK here because I need gold to actually do anything. It'll just be what I'm AFKing to get the items. I'll probably just go off and like grab lunch or something at the same time, just sit here, keep an eye on it. But I need to also go back and get some gold, so I can then put some gold into the system. I won't fill it, I'll probably put 3 stacks in each one. So let me quickly sort that out. And I think once I've done that, it's just the piglins. We're smashing this out today. Alright, so the final details are now done. As you have got all the redstone now in for this little line. It's nothing too crazy. I've also added in all the back wall for this bit. This bit's just made out of crimson planks, just so then when you come up from above, so I just ran up and down the stairs. I'm waiting for a delivery, keep hearing like banging, thinking it's the door, and I'm just like, yeah, as you can see, this back bit you can just tell looks a bit nicer, and you can't tell there's like any iron there, so it makes it look a lot nicer. And I've also got this glass in which I realise doesn't really work well because I've got to get all the mobs in, all the piglins. So I didn't really think that through. So now it's going to be the very, very time-consuming job of waiting several days when I get this all sorted. So I'm going to quickly smash all that out and get back to you once that's all done. Okay, so I've now, it's been a few days later, all that was recorded on Monday. It is now Thursday. It's been 3 days, just because I've been at work a fair bit as well, but for opening shifts, and it is still very warm. Still quite warm, very warm indeed. And I'm just fortunate that at work today I could wear whatever I wanted. Actually, no, it's Wednesday today, what am I on about? It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday. It's been 2 days. It's still very warm. I had training today, so I didn't have to wear uniform, which was a godsend. That air conditioning, mwah, chef's kiss. Though it got a bit cold wearing shorts all day. So definitely won't be doing that tomorrow. Yeah, but the bartering farm is done. The only thing I need to do now is test it fully. So lift that up, turn this on. It's working. It's working. See it on for a bit. Turn that off. I know we have to wait for all of this to do it, to load into there, see how we got. We'll see what we got. This is going to be fun. Okay, so the items are still flowing in, but all the items are going from here. So I've so far got nearly 4 stacks of gravel. I've got nearly 4 stacks of blackstone, about half stack of soul sand, 20 obsidian, half stack of crying obsidian, a stack and 3/4 of that, and nearly a stack of that, and I hope there's some blocks in here that I can't quite make for some reason, but I don't know why, but I can just literally move them to the respective chests to make it a bit easier. So that's obsidian, no, that's blackstone, sorry. There we go. Move that, and then move that to here. There we go. And yeah, it's just, the collections could be improved, but other than that, not much can really be said about it, really. But yeah, so what I am going to do is, because I've done this video, well, this video is pretty much done now, so there's not much I can do, so I can end this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you all next time. See ya!